Hi, going to be talking about mental health first aid boxes today. So I'm going to get my one and hopefully give you some ideas for yourselves as well if you want to create one at home. In a normal first aid box, you'd expect to find something like plasters, bandages, slings, burns cream, and all sorts of things for a variety of different problems and for a variety of different levels of severity. So in a mental health first aid box, you would do a similar sort of thing. Like a normal first aid box, it's not made to solve everything, and it's not made to the problem go away. It's there to act as a first line of defence. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I think the best way I'm going to be able to explain the importance of having a mental health first aid box if you do have crisis periods is by showing you what I've got in mind. With a mental health first aid box, you're going to want different bits and pieces inside it that appeal to your different senses, so touch, taste, smell, etc. So this is mine here. It is in a Starbucks mug box because I love Starbucks and I love coffee, and it's a really good size box. It's perfect size, really. So opening up my first aid box, the first thing that I see is I've got a giant shell. I actually got this off some scallops, which I cleaned. Thinking about it now, I should probably have just said I got it on the beach. It would have been a bit more impressive than from my freezer. I don't live near the sea, so I can't go to the beach to have a walk as much as I would like to. And I've also got a little snap wrap bag, which has got a couple of, I don't know if you can see, a couple of shells in it, and also some sand as well. So I can, if I open it up, it just smells like the sea. So, and being up at the seaside, which I find really helpful and can help calm me down when I'm feeling really on edge. One of the other things I've got in my first aid box are some little notes from my family. So I've got one from my mum saying that I'm beautiful inside and out, and one from my fiance saying how much he loves me, and one from my sister saying how much she loves me and how I should need to try and keep smiling as well. And these I've only got 3 in there, but these little notes can be utterly invaluable. What I would recommend is to get some of your friends and family to write down some little, just like on flashcards, just to write down something that they would say to you to reassure you if when you're in that crisis moment, or the things they want to remind you when they can't necessarily be there. Okay, next up, the main thing that fills up my box is a picture of me and my identical twin sister, looking particularly identical. So it's from a couple of years ago, but I've got a picture of us there, and I find this picture, especially because of how identical we look, I look at, and it makes me feel a lot closer to my sister, who can sometimes she can be travelling the world. So this reminds me of how much I love her and how much I know that she loves me, and a reminder of our special bond that we have between us. So that's a really important one in there for me. Okay, so next up we've got a few different things, lots of little bits and pieces. I've got 2 candles. I personally find watching candle flames really relaxing, so I could light those and just try and watch the flame for a bit. Also in my box I have some things for my other senses. So for my taste bit in my first aid box, I've got some Horlicks, in which you can nicely see written there. Horlicks, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically a malt-based drink to help make you feel a bit sleepy. This is a chocolate one, so it's chocolate malt flavour. And I've also got a thing of just honey and chamomile tea bag, again at Starbucks, a vanilla rooibos tea, which both of these I drink with honey, and then of course I've got my absolute favourite drink, so anyone who knows me will come to no surprise. I've got some coffee sachets. Coffee for most people in a crisis may not be helpful. It can heighten your senses and make you feel more anxious. But personally, I find having a good cup of coffee, for me, is beneficial. But that, again, won't work for everybody. I've got some things in here now for the touch. So I've got this blue ribbon. It's really silky and smooth. And just, I can play with it with my hands. So I'll twiddle it around. But it's nice to feel how soft that is, and that's another sense that that we're using. One of the other things I've got is a necklace with a wing on it. This just, I think, reminds me of I can fly, you know, I can do it. I'm going to put that on now because it goes with my outfit. So one of the things that I keep, doesn't fit in my first aid box, but I keep near it, is some body cream. So I've got a raspberry one of this and also a vanilla one, which is great for smelling. So I can smell that all day. So other things that you could put in a mental health first aid box. You could put your favourite lip balm, because you can get some ones that have got different tastes and things. Different bits of food, obviously something that's not going to go off. So I think that's about it really. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll maybe make another video again soon.